Hey, welcome back to the Gratu Orloff Broadcasting Network. It's April 19th, 2021. I will turn 56 in a few hours. I was born at 4:20 a.m. on April 20th, 1965. So 4:20 a.m. on 4/20/65. And boy, I hate it that hippies have taken my birthday and turned it into some holiday to celebrate marijuana. That's terrible. And that, and also other um, horrible things tend to happen on my birthday because it's the birthday also of Adolf Hitler. Crazy people tend to do things like the Columbine shooting, the Oklahoma bombing, the Branch Davidians. Always seems to happen right around my April 19th, April 20th. And I hope that verdict doesn't come back tomorrow in at Minneapolis, wherever that is, stuff tomorrow, because that'll be another birthday where something horrible happens tomorrow, Gratu's birthday. But anyway, I'll have a birthday show tomorrow. Today's been kind of an eventful day. Let me say, my mother passed away in June of 2001, and I inherited a little bit of money, and so I bought a car pretty much with cash, a new car, first time I'd ever had a new car, and I stupidly got a PT Cruiser, a 2002 PT Cruiser, because I thought, compared to the other cars out there, it was cool looking. I heard that it had no problems, it had a lot of problems, and I just thought, well, but I wound up having a lot of problems with the car over the years. But the car has a little sentimental value because it came from the money I inherited from my mother, and it's the car that, I adopted my first pet, Princess, a cat, brought her home in that car. I adopted my beloved beagle Daisy in that car, brought her home, and then took her to the vet when she was in agony and her death throes, and so it's been the car. And then a few years ago, it just crapped out, and the alternator stopped working, and it's been sitting in the driveway for several years. And my wife's mom lent us $4,000 to buy a Subaru, and that's been running really well. Now the driver's side window won't go up or down. It'll probably start working again. It did the same thing last year, but the car is running great, and it gave me a way to get back and forth to work. Then last year we had a hailstorm, and the insurance adjuster just said, well, your car is going to be a total loss from the hail, because it would cost more to fix the hail than your car's worth. So he says, I'm just going to write you a check for $5,000. And then, of course, it's going to have a salvage title. But that means that we were able to pay my mother-in-law back the $4,000, and we had some extra money left over, and we still had the car, and you just kind of have to look, to see the dents. But so it all worked out. It was kind of a blessing. It was a blessing. Anyway, you're wondering where am I going with this? Well, today I called up, and they said a junkyard, and they said they would buy the PT Cruiser for $380, and we were pretty much broke. So I said, yeah. So they came out. I cleared out whatever was still in there, and including some parts that were still in the box that were in the trunk. Because my friend Gerald told me that the engine was kind of needed to be mounted. It was kind of wobbling inside. So he said, here, get some engine mounts and I'll fix that for you when I get a chance. Well, he never got a chance. So I had these engine mounts in the back of the car. Anyway, the guy that came out from the junkyard paid me $380 in cash, right? And so I quickly deposited that, but I asked the junkyard guy, would you want to buy these mounts? They're still in the box, these engine mounts. And he said, no, but if you take them back to AutoZone, they'll give you store credit for them since you don't have a receipt. But apparently, all I needed to do was give my phone number, and my old phone number, and they just gave me cash for the parts, and took them back because they still were in the box. So a real blessing. So I went up to 380 plus another 80 for the engine mounts. Well, I almost just left them in the car, but luckily I had the common sense to take them out, thinking maybe they'd have some value. So, so I was able to. Since it was my birthday tomorrow and we got this money, my wife said, "Why don't you go buy something for your birthday?" So I said, "Well, I'm going to go to the comic store." Oh, and while I was clearing out the PT Cruiser, I had this brick of unopened packs of basketball cards, 1999 2000 season, like men's and women's basketball. I have no interest in that. I don't collect that. They were given to me to. I think they were given to me to give out to my students, and somehow they just wound up in the trunk of my car. And so it was some promotion. So I never paid for them. They were just given to me. So I took them along with me to the comic store, and the lady that runs it, the daughter of the original owner, was just talking about how she hates sports and everything. I said, "Well, I've got some sports cards out in my car." You know, but you know, we were talking about sports cards, and then I said, "Well, here's some. Do you?" And she because they were still in the original pack, they weren't still sealed packs. She said, "Oh, well, I'll just trade you for what you're getting there. Let me show you what I got free for that." Okay, well, see, they pulled this magazine for me. I haven't even looked at it when it comes out, and I hadn't been in their store in a couple of months. So it's this, oh, cool, it's this magazine called Retro Fan. So it's a Lost in Space issue, and so it's a $9.95 magazine. So I got that free in trade for the cards, and this isn't real, it's a reprint from the 90s, 97 I think, but it's this cool reprint of the Superman 3D. She looked it up and she says, "Well, $10," and then she says, "No, I'll give it to you for $5." So I got this in the Retro Fan in trade for that, those horrible, worthless basketball cards. And I may, you know, because this was in a box of comics that they just priced, like Silver Age comics, and this one didn't have a price on it, and we both looked at it and could kind of tell it wasn't like a real old comic, it's just in too good a shape, but it sure looked good on the wall. It doesn't have the glasses in it though, unfortunately. So what was it? She was talking about how they're really been going through the back of the store and pricing comics to put them out, because they had a flood when everything iced over a few months ago. They lost a lot of their comics that were on the bottom because this pipes flooded through, and then I said, "Oh, that means you lost all those sad sack comics." And I went back there and they were all still there. And she says, "Oh no, some of them actually did survive." And it was because they were up on a pallet. Like all the comics that I wanted that had been there for years, and I knew that eventually I'd get them because no one else was ever going to buy them, they all magically survived. And then these shitty 1980s DC comics, I guess, were the ones that got ruined. So, anyway, so I got these free. And then, you know, as we're talking about that, you know, the owner that I've been going to this store since the 80s, the owner really he lives 50 miles away, and he gave the store to his daughter, and he only comes in on Wednesdays, New Comics Day, and Sundays, and they've got some new person that's working there helping grade the comics and go through the comics. So I said, "Hey, I'm a retired school teacher. you need someone?" She says, "Yeah, we really do need someone that knows about vintage comics and can help us. That's where." And I said, "Well," so she said, "Come in Wednesday, and I'm going to talk to the owner, Mike, the owner, and see, you know." Then I'd have a couple of days, 2-3 days a week where I'd get some extra income, and then I won't be suffering as much and hearing, you know, about it. So anyway, so then I started going through all their comics, and they had been putting a lot of older comics out. So I wound up buying about $70 something worth of comics. No, maybe it was 80. I pulled $150 worth of comics, and she gave them to me for 80. So I think that was a good deal. So I got a really good deal. Is this them? Yeah, let me show you what I got. Oh, and I just got through talking to the real estate agent for this giant home that we may move to, because I'm kind of liking the idea of it. I got to go look at it. Obviously, it's in Indiana, so I'll tell you about that later in the video. But you know, I'll show you the comics, and those of you that stick around to the end can hear about that part. All right, so here's. Let me kind of organize these. Visible to you at either the right or left of the forward section have been checked and are clear exits from the building. Yeah, tomorrow I'll have my big birthday show. For your time and attention. That'll be lots of fun, I guess. I'm just alphabetizing them real quickly. So, anyway. See, this store puts their comics out old school style, where they don't put a backing board in. And that's the way comic stores used to be. All of them used to be. Well, some of them do. Depends. This one has the backing board. Oh, I got these two True Believers comics. These are dollar comics where they reprint old stories, and I have the original comics. I don't know why I'm buying these reprints, but it's just cool that there's comics coming out that cost $1. Of course, I remember when DC started, first put out their dollar comics. My older brother chastised me. He's like, "You paid $1 for a comic?" He just thought it was outrageous. And I kind of thought it was too, but they did add extra stories in the back on those. But, yeah. So anyway, hold on, just taking inventory here. So it was a day where a lot of things happened compared to my normal existence. And then I was listening to the closing statements in the Derek Chauvin trial, and then the jury went off to deliberate at the end. I don't know how long it'll take. They've got the National Guard out and there, and
now I'm over here with the Packard Bell.
All right. Here's what I got.
And here I am in the center.
And all these prices are not the prices I paid, because, like I said, I paid a lot less. So
Let's listen to
Astonishing Tales featuring Deathlock the Demolisher, number 32. I'm almost positive I don't have that issue. I may already have this, I don't remember, but I got it again just in case. DC Special number 27. Danger Dinosaurs at Large. It's The Incredible Dinosaur Invasion of 1977. Let me turn this down a little bit. This is in phenomenal condition. Journey into Mystery number 9. I mean, look at this. Looks like a brand new comic. I mean, it looks brand new. See, I mean, it is brand new. The back is incredibly white. If I have this already, it's not in this condition. That's really phenomenal. You don't see that very often. This is Justice League of America number 147. It's not only does it have the Justice Society, but it has the Legion of Superheroes, and I'm pretty sure I don't have this issue. I would remember this. And then I got, this is another comic that's in phenomenal condition, Kid Colt Outlaw 124. Yeah, really nice. Here's Kid Colt Outlaw number 133. Again, really nice colors on it. Here's the back cover of that other Kid Colt Outlaw. Sometimes you got to look at the back cover to really get a sense of the colors. I don't think I have this issue of Marvel Superheroes, Phantom Eagle. Here he is, Mighty Marvel's latest and greatest action hero. But it also has, you know, the Captain America and Submariner and other Golden Age stories, you know. Okay. Not in tremendous condition. It's number 3, Sergeant Fury. They meet up with Reed Richards in this issue.
In front of you are 3 Beach Boys to bring you a few seconds of a native ceremonial dance, followed by a demonstration of the true fidelity and separation of the Hawaiian.
This is Sergeant Fury number 4, Lord Haha's Last Laugh. Here's number 53. Number 26. I love comics with floating heads on the cover. I can't quite explain it. Here's number 83. Here's 87. Another floating head cover.
The Christmas
And here's king size special number 4 with the Battle of the Bulge. So I'm going to have a lot of Sergeant Fury reading coming up. And this one I already have, but I just love the Steranko cover. I picked up a couple of sad sacks. 12-cent number 189.
The children leave their wooden shoes in front of the fireplace. In Spain, the children put their shoes at the window.
So I know that was on the floor, that box that had the sad sacks and the funny animal comics, but somehow they all survived. I guess they must have been up on a board or something. This one is also a 12-cent sad sacks Mutsy the talking dog. At some point there was a sticker on it. They must have been charging 15 cents or something. And Strange Tales number 117. They had some other Strange Tales I need to go back for. It's just amazing to me that these early Strange Tales with these very early Doctor Strange stories aren't more valuable. Anyway, so I spent too much there. And then I was halfway to Duncanville Books. Cosmic Comics is in Grand Prix, then Duncanville Books is a little farther. And I said, well, I don't want to spend too much of this new money we got. And I went, and I thought I'm only going to spend $30 tops. I wound up taking it up there, and it was like $70-something. I was going, oh no, I'm going to be in so much trouble. But then I went to AutoZone and returned those 2 parts, and I got $80 back. And then I got a little spindle of DVD-Rs to do my recording of YouTube and my music recording and stuff, because I'm listening to a DVD-R right now. This is one I made of theater promos I was showing in the last video. So it's like I spent too much at Duncanville. After that, I was afraid I was in trouble. Then I made the money back. It's like I've been at Las Vegas today. A lot of blessings happening and weird things. So, what did I get at Duncanville Comics? I will show you. First of all, there's this something coming up in Plano, which is near here. Retro Expo. Comics, records, pops, video games, cards, toys. It's July 23rd through 24th. So if you're coming for this, maybe we can meet up. I don't know. Oh, and then I walked the dog after I got home, and I went down. There's a little you ever see these neighborhood libraries where they just set up on a little pole some books, and you can get a book free and then return a book, that book or another book, and it's just like a little neighborhood library. Well, I was walking my dog, we went by it, and someone had put this, remember all these books that came out in the 70s to cash in on Jaws? It's just a book of little shark cartoons and shark jokes to I had to pick this up because just a relic of a time period where this image was. I've already got a couple of Jaws joke books. This is just another one. Okay, so the first thing, this was in the 50% off bin. Well, red stickers mean 50% off, so it's 15. So I got this for $7.50, and it's this Giant Superboy Annual #1, and it's got the origin of crypto, you know, stuff I need to read, you know. Clark Kent's first haircut, yeah, I gotta read that story. That's important stuff to know. Okay. Then they also have in the back room, they've got a $2 bin where every comic is $2, and they're indicated by a blue sticker. So this was a $2 comic. It's a 15-cent Wendy the Good Little Witch number 68. So He's making pretzels.
How's this for kids?
And Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, number 214.
Back in action in a new Bond
This was also $2. What else did I get? New Terrytoons starring Deputy Dog.
He's back in action.
Sorry.
And we're back to what marvelous movies are all about.
Here's Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, number 79. The trailer, the teaser trailer, just surprised me by being released this morning about 9 o'clock. It's really good. 34.
You can't beat it. So
You know, I had a student, a Vietnamese student, that I told you the story before. He came up to me and, oh shit, this one's been chewed on. I didn't even realize that. Well, that's probably why it's in the $2 bin. It's been chewed on. Yeah, the student said, I need your help. I have an idea for Halloween. I want to be a Shang-Chi. And I thought, well, he's heard about this movie coming up that was being made a couple years ago when he asked me this, and a couple Halloweens back. And I said, so you know about the Marvel comic? And he says, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Shang-Chi is a vampire. And I realized that in China, they have these. I know I've seen some of these Chinese vampire movies. So they're really creepy. They've got little hats with tassels, and they hop. They zombies go like this, but these are vampires that don't go like this. They hop. And these dead people that hop along, and these hopping vampires are called Shang-Chi. And I guess when they created the Marvel comic, they thought, well, that sounds like a cool name. But when they released this in China, if they call it Shang-Chi, they're all going to say, oh, this is a movie about vampires. Little Audrey TV Fun Time. And this is number... Damn, my eyes. 29. Well, there's my magnifying glass. Just one moment. I don't know really why it matters, but 29. Ghost Stories, number 37. Then I asked them I asked the guy there if they ever need help grading comics and going through old comics after buys, and the employee there said no, they've got enough people, because I thought maybe on the other days I could work for them. I didn't realize this one had damage. Shit. It's got like some coffee stains on it. Number 86. I'll show you. What am I expecting in the $2 bin? It's got some coffee stains up here, but you can't see them because of all the ghastly red. But yeah, it's got some damage. That's kind of the way the boobs are drawn there. It looks almost like Richard Corbin kind of stuff, but that's weird. Steve Ditko. That's really weird art. And G.I. War number 1. It's not in great shape, but a comic I didn't have. Someone wrote, either it was someone tried to sell it for 9 cents or something. This is Casper, The Friendly Ghost number 113. It's so hard to read the numbers on these blue covers. 12¢. Challengers of the Unknown number 61. Chamber of Chills number 20. Here's Claw the Unconquered number 6. I just love this cover. It's just a really gorgeous cover with the black. And see, this is a comic, and it had a red sticker, which is from another section, but the price is crossed out. So I guess it was, they didn't change it, but anyway, got it for $2. But it's in a really nice shape, and then it's in a. Well, let's see. Most of the comics in the $2 bin are in regular bags. This is Mylar. But they have, even in the $2 bin, they have backing boards. Here's Black Hawk number 215. It's got, I guess the biggest flaw is that 4 cents is written there from some long ago garage sale or whatever. But it's cool. Can't wait to read it. And look, it's got floating heads. Then here's Black Hawk 239. Silver Age, but it's got a great Golden Age style swastika in the background with people all over it, which is something you would see more in a Golden Age comic. It's just a great cover. What else did I get? Black Magic number 3. Action Comics number 412. Amazing Adventures number 29, which I may already have, but I wasn't sure. And then this isn't in very good condition, but I wanted to read it. 1980, a hell-raising interview with Harlan Ellison. What's right and wrong with comics, TV, literature, and the way we live. Now and it's thick as hell. Comics Journal is great. It's got other stuff in it that's fascinating. What does it say? There's a little sticker. Someone's trying to sell this for $3. I mean, I paid $2. It cost $3 when it was new. And then there's an analysis of the art of Neil Adams. Just bought it to read it. We're almost through. This isn't going to be a long episode. Maybe I'll experiment with a shorter episode. I hear my wife was asleep. I hear her stirring around, so maybe she's hungry. I'll see. Hopefully I'm not in too much trouble for all the stuff I bought. This is Vault of... Okay, these were in the $5 bin, so I paid $5 for this Vault of Evil number... Either... I don't know if that's 13 or 23, because they put the sticker right over it. But, yeah, so the green sticker at Duncanville Books means $5. So, that's how they price things. They just... with stickers. This is an easy way to do it. And I don't know if I have this. I'm not sure. I don't think I do. I think this is the only one I don't have. There was a set around 1971 or 72 that was put out of reprints of EC Comics. They used to sell them in the back of Famous Monsters. They were done by an underground comics company, and they were sold for $1. And they were sold, I think, mainly through probably head shops, wherever they sell underground comics. But this is a reprint of Weird Science number 15, and it's the $1 price tag indicates it's one, and it's in perfect condition. So I got that. And last but not least, I got this Where Monsters Dwell number 32. They had 4 copies of it, and this was the one in best condition, and it's a Frankenstein story, and you know I love Frankenstein, so I got that. And so that's my birthday haul. And then I came home, walked the dog, and I called this lady. Let me read to you what I found out about this place. Okay, so it's a funeral home built in the 1880s, right? Okay, and we're at 36 minutes in. So this is the part where I'll just tell my wife, go to 36-minute mark on the video and I'll explain the house. Okay, so it's in Indiana. There are 4 bedrooms upstairs. There's a gas fireplace upstairs. There's living room. Let's see. There's 3 bathrooms. 2 of them are full bathrooms. It's about 40 miles away from Indianapolis. There's a bonus room that's 27 by 14. Okay. So there's basically a giant room downstairs, where I'm going to make it a movie theater and a video arcade with all my pinball machines and everything. And if we buy this, I'm making assumptions here. There's an attic that is it can be turned into a living space, but hasn't been yet. Did I write all the stats down on this? I must have written it on something else. Did I write? Oh, I wrote it on this. No, oh, here it is. Listen, the first floor has 4,500 square feet. We're living in right now. This house is 2,500 square feet. So we'd be able to spread out. That was the part that was the funeral home. The ups and we could have comic conventions there, guys. We could you guys could come over and I could put you up for the weekend or a week or two. There'd be room to have visitors come. The upstairs is 33,502 square feet. First floor is 4,500 square feet. The attic is 2,924, and it has access to this little spire. It's kind of like a Victorian castle type spire that's round. You can get into that, the top of that from the attic. What else? There's and next to that big room that I could turn into a theater, there's something she calls the snack bar that's 16 by 13. I guess the big area is 20. There's this one huge room. Yeah, it's kind of like got a little bar looking thing. There's 4 bedrooms upstairs. I think I already said that. So she said that there, you know, it's old house. She said that it needs to be updated. You know, the carpet's kind of 1970s kind of. But she said that it wasn't there when she listed the house. But there's like a little hump upstairs in the family room and in the hall where she thinks, because the owner had all the heat turned off, that the old wood may have kind of made a little hump there. She said she's seen it one time before, so that wood may have to be replaced or something. I don't know there. But anyway, if we were to get that, oh, and the property tax is $1,200 a year. We're paying $4,500, and they're about to raise it because we just got a new evaluation that you have to protest by the end of May. So it would be a cool thing if we could do this. My wife's mom says, if you buy that, I won't come visit. But yeah, I mean, I don't think ghosts are where, if you believe in ghosts, they're not in the funeral homes. They're where the people died. Oh, and there's a separate, there's 2-car garage, and there's a separate 2-car garage that was originally the carriage house before there were cars. And then there's living space above that. She hasn't been in it. So I don't know the condition of that. So that's about all I found out. She says it's a nice community where she can leave her house unlocked and doesn't think anything of it. There's not much crime. I think there's a meth problem there. I'd read about. She confirmed that that's true. But I think that's where, in any small community where there's a lot of hardworking people get addicted to that shit. And it's all over the country, and it's a huge problem. Huge. Much more than you have any idea. But, anyway. I think that there's Jake and Elwood Blues, the Blues Brothers. I think Elwood Blues, I'd have to talk to Dan Aykroyd. I think that it may be, he may have named that character after this town. I don't know. I'm going to have to, I'll work this out with my wife. Maybe I'll go, maybe I'll fly there and then either rent a car or get some Uber or Lyft to take me there, and I'll see the house, and then, or maybe she'll do it, or maybe we'll both do it if we get someone to babysit our puppy. But yeah. So anyway, this is my wonderful birthday stuff. I'm gonna put this in the other room where cats can't sharpen their claws on this stuff. So let me go do that, and then I'll yeah, let's go do that, and then we'll ring off for today. So today you saw the haul, and I told you about the new, what may be cool. I mean, I could open up a museum and you guys could come and hang out. Let's I don't know. What should I do on the birthday show? You guys have any ideas? Maybe below you can put suggestions of what you would like to see on the big Ratu Orloff birthday show. Okay, comics are safe in here. And so I'm gonna go see if my wife is hungry. I'll be seeing you.